and seduces, and seduces. Now, nowhere in the Dead Sea Scrolls, however, is the term Essene found. Josephus declares the Essenes to have been on congenial terms with Herod the Great, who he says had these Essenes in such honour and thought higher of them than their mortal nature required. Yet the Qumran literature indicates a militant hostility towards non-Judaic authorities in general, and towards Herod and his dynasty in particular. What is more, Qumran appears to have been abandoned and uninhabited for some years precisely because of persecution by Herod. According to classical writers, the Essenes were pacifist. Philo specifically states that their number included no makers of weapons or armor. Josephus emphatically distinguishes between the non-violent Essenes and the militantly messianic and nationalistic zealots. Yet the ruins of Qumran include a defensive tower of a manifestly military nature, and what can only be described as a forge. As for Qumran literature, it is often martial in the extreme, as exemplified by such texts as the War Scroll. Indeed, the bellicose character of such texts would seem to have less in common with which Josephus says of the Essenes than with what he and others say of the so-called Zealots, which is precisely what Roth and Driver claim the Qumran community to be, thereby incurring the fury of the Volks and the international team. The Qumran community wrote mostly not in Greek, but in Aramaic and Hebrew, so far as Aramaic and Hebrew are concerned. No accepted etymology for the origins of the term Essene has hitherto been found. Even the classical writers were mystified by its derivation. Philo, for example, suggested that in his opinion the name stemmed from the Greek word for holy, ossus, and that the Essenes were therefore the ossuts, or holy ones. One theory has enjoyed a certain qualified currency among certain modern scholars, notably Giza Vermes of Oxford University. According to Vermes, the term Essene derives from the Aramaic word Esseia, which means healers. This has fostered an image in some quarters of the Essenes as medical practitioners, a Judaic equivalent of the Alexandrian ascetics, known as the Therapeutia, but the word Asseia does not occur anywhere in the corpus of Qumran literature. Nor is there any reference to healing, to medical activities, or to therapeutic work. To derive Essene from Asseia therefore remains purely speculative, and there would be no reason to credit it at all unless there were no other options.